Oh my god.
Hi, girlies.
Hi, Bria.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Nico.
Hi, girls. How's it going?
God.
How's it going with you?
Good.
Clearly,
Glad to be back.
Nico
good.
had such a great time on our Valentine's Day episode that he has decided to return and spill some major tea.
And he brought our sidekick, Molly.
Miss Molly.
She's a little
Well done.
sleepy.
She's a sleepy girl.
She had a bad day.
We don't have to get into
Yeah,
it.
we
we won't get into the
Yeah.
details. Anyways, how are you
Anyways.
girls?
Great.
Good. What's up with you, Bria?
Oh, just whining, dining.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of whining and dining, and honestly, I've been going all over LA in search of the best tiramisu,
Oh.
and nothing compares to
We
a
have
certain
little something for
tiramisu.
you.
I already got it.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was the
God,
first
It's
thing.
the first thing I did. Come on.
Nico didn't
After
even say
last
hi.
time.
He was just like,
Here.
Boom. I know what I'm here for.
How's that? What? Describe for the people what your relationship
Oh my
is
God.
with tiramisu and why you love Mangiamo's.
yeah.
Tiramisu.
So first of all, we brought Nico on because he is the manager.
Yeah, manager,
Okay.
owner, manager.
Okay.
Okay,
Period.
so we will explain and then
Okay.
I'll explain and then he'll explain.
Okay. Okay. We brought Nico on because he is the manager owner of Mangiamo's. It's in Mangiamo.
Mangiamo's.
Shit. Okay. Sorry.
Good.
Do
No,
it.
keep going. You're good. It's a big
We-
Italian word. You're fine.
I always say Manj.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Manj.
All right. We brought Nico on because he's the manager owner of Mangiamo's in Manhattan Beach. It is so freaking good, the best Italian food ever. But what really got me was the tiramisu. And let me tell you this, I do not like tiramisu. I never order tiramisu because it's coffee-y and it's made with mascarpone cheese, right? I hate cheese like that. I'm not interested. However, one night, Jenny and I ventured over to Manj, and we might have taken a few hits of the joint beforehand, and so I was feeling very adventurous.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never know these days.
Or maybe we didn't.
I don't think we did.
I'm thinking of a different time.
We were with Lizzie, weren't we?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Ignore everything I just said. Anyways, I was feeling adventurous. I tried the tiramisu, and I was like, oh my God, do I actually like tiramisu? Like, this is really good. Come to find out, it's just a Manj thing. Tiramisu actually is not usually good. So that's the tea.
Well, that's in Bria's opinion, and Bria is a picky eater. But I will say that the Mangiamo in general is very good. And maybe I'm not like the best like food critic, but I will say like, I don't know, as someone who grew up eating like all different kinds of cuisines, like Italian food to me is like pretty like basic, I would say. I mean, like
I would say it's kind of mid.
like, yeah, like pasta,
Whoa.
pizza. Hold on. Like, I was like,
feel
it
like
all
you're coming
kind of
from
tastes.
a-
Not like that. Not like
it
that.
all
Oh.
kind of tastes
Mid?
similar.
No. Just basic was a better word.
Basic.
Yeah.
Like pasta, pizza. It's hard to fuck those things up, is what I'm trying to say. But then I remember when I first started dating Nico, we've been together for 10 years, almost 10 years. And I was like, this place by my parents in Playa del Rey, their Italian food is so good. We used to go there every like Hanukkah, every Christmas. Nico was like, this is not good. He was like, have you been to Mangiamo? This is like in the first like couple months of us dating. And I was like, actually, you know what? I don't think I ever went to Mangiamo, because we would always go to like Rock and Brew or something, because that was my aunt's and uncle's favorite restaurant. And he was like, okay, we're going to go to Mangiamo. So we went, and then my mind was blown. There was like so many good things on that menu. Like
Short rib gnocchi.
short rib gnocchi.
Bolognese. Cacio e pepe. Oh my God, it's so good.
Carbonara.
The calamari.
The calamari.
Oh my God.
My favorite, the vodka pasta. And I add a little shrimp on top, because you know how I am with my shrimp.
This bitch loves shrimp.
Don't look at that. I mean, the crab crusted sea bass. Like, there's so many options. I remember when we first ate there.
That was the first time I'd ever had sea bass was at Manj, and I was like, oh my
We'll have it
God,
at our wedding.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I can't wait. This is great. I loved it.
You have to pick short rib or fish.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's a hard
Short rib
choice.
for sure.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what Nico's gonna have.
I'm going heavy.
But then Will could get the short rib or the fish. Or you could get
no,
the fish
he's
and
not
you get
gonna want the
short rib and you
fish.
split it. Anyway, doesn't
the
matter.
short
We'll
rib,
talk
short
about
rib.
my wedding later. Our wedding later. And then so I was like, Nico, like, what do you like? And he was like, I like everything on this menu. And I was like, no, but like, what do you like? Like, what are your favorites? I like everything.
So I get asked that question all the time, but going on our like 40th year of being open, we opened in '84. You know, everything, the menu is so fine tuned to the point where you really have to, okay, tell me what you're thinking about. Are you thinking fish, pasta, something like that? And then I can narrow it down from there. But a lot of the time when somebody asks me, oh, what do you like? I start going through too many options. And then it's just like, well, you gave me half the menu, so can't
That's
do that.
real. Yeah.
Do you know how Mangiamo like came about?
Like the origins?
Concept?
Mm,
Well, tell Bria like about your dad because your dad is pretty incredible,
Yeah,
and
my
he
dad-
started the restaurant.
Yeah, my dad's like a was a jack of all trades kind of guy. He started as a special education teacher for the blind and deaf, so he taught
my
sign
gosh.
language.
He also was a gymnast in college. Like
He was like a double, like football, wrestling, gymnast. He was a freak athlete. And then, so he was a teacher, and then he's had like a limousine business for a little bit. He started on his own, and then he started to get into more real estate and eventually bought the building that was originally Talia's, which was his first restaurant. And then
which is named after his sister.
my sister, and then he ended up getting a couple more restaurants, expanding to like 4 at the time, and then down to now it's just Mangiamo's. But again, the menu is so fine-tuned, and he's he's a craftsman of a chef and a businessman.
Wow.
So.
He created the menu for Eureka Burger, which is like there's like over 40 locations or something like
I think
that.
it's 20
Or 20.
something like
So
that.
growing up, you were like in the restaurant.
Yeah, I was very much in the restaurant industry.
so
and
fun.
I waited table. I've done everything in the restaurant. I waited tables. I've hosted. I've busboyed, bartended, been in the kitchen. The only thing I really haven't done is done the head chef thing, and that's because we have chefs that are 35 years in and tenured and been with us since
Wow.
the start.
But you did wear your little chef hat the other day.
Yeah, well, you got to keep your hair out of
Little
it.
chef.
That's cute.
Yeah, but sometimes you wear a baseball cap. But then you're like, I
Yeah.
need my chef hat. I was like, ooh.
I just got it.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh
a
my
little
God,
beanie.
period.
We should tell them what Mangiamo means.
Yeah.
Means let's eat in Italian.
Mangia.
So if I walk up in a restaurant in
Mons.
Italy
To eat.
and I announce
Mangiamo.
Mangiamo, everyone would be like, "Si."
Sure, I don't speak very good Italian, but I know
Yeah.
that means let's eat. I don't know how.
Wow. Okay, so what do you
respond.
do there now? You basically like oversee everything that's going on?
Along with our other manager who's been with us for a very long time, I'm kind of being coached by him, I guess you would say. He's been doing it for like Frank's been doing it for like 20 years and been with us for 40. He started when he was
And he has a
18 as
crazy
a
story.
as a busboy. Yeah. He's an amazing man. But he handles a lot of the front work. Like he'll wake up at like 3:30 on every Thursday to go get produce downtown.
Whoa.
Drive that back so we don't have to pay for deliveries, like stuff like that. But on my end, I'll be more day to day, helping with payroll, helping my dad come up with, making the limoncello or the soup or a lot of the stuff for a mom and pop restaurant. You're finding ways to not spend money because a lot of these bigger restaurants maybe have investors or have other places that can help push their business up if they're not doing so well. But if there's only one spot, you can only spend so much money. So there's a lot that goes into
They've been doing it for 40 years.
For 40 years, and I'm just trying to.
And it's a
catch
family
up.
thing,
Yeah, I love that. The reason why we wanted Nico to come on, speaking of family, is because the new season of Vanderpump Rules is underway, and we are huge
These
Pump
people.
Rules fans. Nico, not so much, but
It's not that I'm a fan. It's
you
good
haven't really
television.
seen it.
It's
Have you
good-
seen
No,
it?
I haven't given it my all.
The
Let's
first
say.
time he walked in and watched it, he goes, "Oh, this show's about a restaurant," and then he was kind of interested. And I was like, I mean, it's hardly
kind
about
of
a
about
restaurant,
kind of
the
about a
restaurant is kind of like the setting, but it's not about a restaurant at all, really.
No.
I have my thoughts.
And it is so interesting to me that, I mean, I feel like it was a successful. Well, she had Villa Blanca before, so Villa Blanca makes sense to me as like a fine dining restaurateur. But then like Sir and even Tom Tom is so like kitschy. to
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
That
Villa
it's-
Blanca is where you take your wife. Sir
Yeah.
is where you take your mistress, and Tom Tom's where you take your boyfriend. And that's tea. But we wanted to give Nico some Vanderpump Rules scenarios and see how he would handle it in his restaurant. Like, has it happened before? What are the consequences? Would you let them fuck each other? Stuff like that. That's what we want to know. So that's
Well,
why he's here, really.
Also, like, I feel like context, like, have you seen some shit in your day in a restaurant?
Yeah, of course, but
Like, there's stuff that's definitely happening in a restaurant. So, like, the concept of Vanderpump is not the craziest thing.
no. I also think like it's changed probably a lot in the last like I don't know. COVID changed a lot of things. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but the barriers, that was wild. That changed a lot for us. I don't know. There's I've heard stories for sure from the restaurant. Like I started at the restaurant when I was 14. So that would put me like early 2000s.
Whoa, that's such a long time.
At the earliest, right?
Yeah, if you were 14, that was in 2004
Yeah, that makes sense.
or 2000.
And that was like I was getting paid cash, not like, that's like I'm working, but not like a taxed employee, not until you're 18. But
I feel like the early 2000s was some crazy times.
okay, so think of that. Sure, I was probably more blinded to that because I was still a young teen. But think back in the 80s, like when at the height of cocaine. Like I've heard,
so true.
like I've heard stories like the whole downtown Manhattan Beach was like a poppin' cocaine area. Yeah, oh yeah.
Like,
And it's like, but it's such big money. It was like such
what
big
do you
money.
mean? Like they're just
have
snorting
you ever
lines on
seen-
the table?
No, have you ever seen what's that Johnny Depp movie?
Blow.
Blow. He starts
Oh, I
his
never
his
saw that.
he starts his empire in Hermosa Beach.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my God, he
does.
does.
He starts his whole
starts selling,
empire.
yeah.
His weed empire starts in Hermosa Beach, and then he gets into cocaine. I mean, it's like it's
Oh my
all
God,
there.
Mark
But
Levine lived in Hermosa Beach back then.
He probably knew him. That's a real guy, Carl Jung.
yeah, the whole his whole empire started in Hermosa. So I mean, there's some big money back then, and
Yeah.
I
We've
mean,
all
it's not
read, I mean,
surprising.
Anthony Bourdain used to talk about it all the time, how all the chefs were doing drugs all the time and stuff. Like,
Yeah. So it's
Very
not a crazy
common.
Vanderpump, and
It's
all the
not
stuff they do is a
far-fetched.
crazy concept.
this is normally a high show, but because this episode is sponsored by Mangiamo's, unofficially, we got wine.
They're not.
We got tiramisu.
You got
I did get tiramisu, yeah. I
It's
got,
not sponsored by
listen,
anybody.
this-
you got a
this
correspondent.
episode, yeah, this episode is in exchange for tiramisu.
If you go to Mangiamo and you said you listen to High Girlies, you may or may not get hooked up.
With a little tiramisu. I think they should.
Maybe a little
Maybe
tiramisu.
we have to
little
run
slice?
that by Ron
Little slice of
Guidone,
slice.
but
We'll run it by him, and
but if you say
yeah.
we listen to High Girlies,
Yeah, bring up
we
High
heard
Girlies
it, just say
when
we
you're
heard about the
there.
tiramisu from High Girlies.
Yeah.
That's
And
all
I'll
you
hear
need to
about
say.
it, and then I'll be stoked, and I'll hook it up.
Yeah. But thank you for the tiramisu. Thank you for the wine. We're going to be trying out a few different wines today, courtesy of Mange. And we also were smoking these Lowell Smokes. These are a Levine Guidone favorite. Guidone?
Guidone.
You always say Guidone.
I never say that.
Guidone.
When do I say that?
Girl, she says it.
Oh.
Anyway.
God damn it, you're such a Scorpio. Tell them
What
we
am I
smoked
doing?
today.
The Social Sativa mini pre-roll.
It's a good one.
And as a result, things have been going really well during this recording.
It's just
They
swimmingly.
This is a magnetic box, and it also has matches at the top, so you never need anything else but Lowell Smokes.
I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you, Lowell Smokes, for being you and for
Alright.
your future sponsorship.
So what did you bring us today to try?
I have brought 3 bottles. We're trying to figure out which bottle to add to our wine list.
This is a common occurrence.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's kind of a thing. You get samples of different bottles. We got 3 Italians. We have
Dad did this with me.
a Montepulciano, a Super Tuscan, and I think this one's called a Dogliani. I'm not sure. I've never heard of
That's
that
like
before.
the type of wine it is?
Yeah. The top one's the name. So the first one's a
Have you ever
Via
heard that?
Puccini, a Super
only
Tuscan
Claire
or
was
Toscano
here.
wine.
We don't need Claire. We are sommeliers.
Yeah, all I'm looking for is, do you like it? What do you notice about it, and what you don't like about it? Is it bitter? Is it
Is it gross or is it good?
Yeah, just tell me if you like it.
We can
And
do
we're gonna
that.
compare
Is
all
it a
3.
yuck or is it a yum?
I like that.
That's a
This is our segment.
Jenny-
yuck or yum?
that's a Jenny
Yuck or
favorite
yum.
line.
Don't
my-
yuck my yum.
That's right.
That's our quote of the day.
That is the quote, actually.
Don't
We'll
yuck
just
my
tell you
yum.
now. Yeah.
Bria's like, this is going to hell in a handbasket.
No, it's not. It's going great. We're doing great. We don't need Will. We're fine. Side note, look at how comfortable Miss Molly is right now.
Our Scorpio sister.
Look at sweetheart.
Ooh, that
Sweetie
looks good. I like
girl.
how it's not thick. Or like
I don't
I
think
can
wine
see
is supposed
through.
to be thick.
See through?
Okay, so
Okay.
what is this one?
So this one's the Super Tuscan.
Cheers.
Okay, so
Cheers.
basically, have
Oh,
you
wait.
ever done like a wine tasting or anything
No.
like that?
I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
so
but
first, before
do
you
it?
sip, you want to, Jenny,
Do a-
you
do a swirl?
Give it a little swirly swirl.
I've done a couple.
aerate
of these.
it, you know.
Then you snip.
You give it a smell. And like some people who are really good, like sommeliers, will be like, you'll get hints of raspberry, blackberry.
Honestly, I am getting blackberry.
I don't have a palate like that, so I don't know. But
I'm
sometimes
getting-
there's some
Get
wines.
any
There's some
other
wines
than wine.
like even if you don't have a palate for it, if you give it like
Please
a
don't-
good whiff, you'll smell some like ooh, like I got like pepper in that, or I got
I
vanilla
can
in
get a
that,
little
you know.
pepper.
Anyways, give it a little smell.
Okay.
Wait, how do
give it a
you
little
say chin chin?
Yeah, chin chin.
Oh, and then when you drink it, I learned this. You're supposed to take a little baby sip, and then you have it in the front of your mouth like this. And then
This
the
is an
back.
ASMR episode.
And then the back. Oh god.
This one's good.
I like a Super Tuscan. I'm normally pretty.
very
I'm normally
fruity.
pretty fond of a Super
Very
Tuscan.
rustic.
It's giving, hello, young traveler. Have you stopped by
good
the
with-
tavern tonight? What can I fix ya before you hit the road again?
Okay.
What was that?
That was Trisha Paytas, her tavern skit.
Ah,
She has a character that she pretends is a bar maiden
Oh
at a
my
tavern.
God.
Hello, young traveler.
Do you want to finish this for me?
sure.
Do you want to finish this one?
Oh Lord, sure.
Oh Lord, I'm driving, so
Okay, the next one, since I'm gonna have to finish this. You ladies, one of you ladies can
Okay,
grab on the
you-
right, and it's a nice thing here. So a lot of wineries these days are going this route and doing the twist offs because.
do you think it cheapens the wine when they do that?
No, but it cheapens.
What's your
I don't
problem?
know. Cheapens.
Like, what the fuck? Makes it feel cheaper. This is already a no for me, and I can't break
Here.
this nail. It's
Okay,
holding
give
on
me
by
it,
a
give
thread.
it, give it here. Give it here, Malfoy. I don't know if cheapens. I think it's actually, well, yes, in the fact that it will, the corks are expensive, I think. And since
Whoa.
synthetic corks are lame.
What the fuck was that?
It was like the.
Let's give her a swirl.
Maybe a little bit sweeter. I didn't taste it.
This one is a little funky. This one's a little slutty. It's got funk. It's got spunk. It's got soul. It's got pizzazz. It's got chutzpah.
Wait, I didn't even try it yet. Do not today with me. Come here.
It does. It
Did
does.
you try it?
No,
Wait,
I
we
smelled
didn't
it.
Cheers. We didn't cheers.
It's fine.
Here, chin chin.
Oh, there's a big difference in that. There's such a big difference. Can you taste the difference? It's a
Funky.
little bit. It's a little. Well, it's got a tannin. That's what the bitterness is of wine when you get some bitterness to it. That opens up if you would let it breathe. Is what they would let. If you let it sit out, that'll.
I actually kind of like it. I kind of like the funk.
No.
She's like
I don't
kind of a
know if
little
I would
freak.
call it funky, but
It's like
Jenny is not.
it's
a big
not
wine gal.
fruity.
It
It's
needs
like
to breathe a little bit.
You're more of a white wine lady, though.
I'm definitely white wine as well.
You're white wine rosé.
No,
go
I'm
for
a
a nice-
Sauvignon Blanc kind of lady.
Me too.
I'm a basic B.
No, you like a Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
Everybody likes Sauvignon Blanc in a hot summer day, though.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I used
There's
to
nothing
not
wrong with
like
that.
white
There's
wine.
nothing wrong
I used
with
to be a
that.
red wine girly,
Oh.
and then that changed.
Yeah. So far for me, I'm liking the first one. The
Me
best,
too.
But I like
Yeah.
a Super Tuscan.
Okay,
Yeah.
next.
Which is what that was. Next,
What's next?
is this other one that I have never heard of before. I believe it's called
Doglini.
Dogliani.
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 Okay.
We are seriously offending the Italians
It's
with
okay.
this.
He's Italian.
So he's hurt. Look at his eyes.
While he's doing that, though, I did want to tell you that we started watching New Girl because Nico, what you doing? Hey,
It's a great
girl.
show. Have you seen it?
Are
I
you upset that I brought this up?
no,
Oh.
I have seen it,
It's pretty funny.
but I don't really remember much of it.
What?
It's pretty funny.
Really?
She lives in the
Apartment.
loft.
He was like sending me all these TikToks
Like
of
I'd seen like half the show
the
through
guys.
TikTok.
So she lives with 3 guys in an apartment after she breaks up with her boyfriend because he cheated on her. And he was like, "Oh my god, this is so funny. Have you seen this?" And I was like, "Yes." I used to watch that like in middle school, high school, and then we started watching.
It is an older show.
Yeah.
It's
They don't even
hilarious.
have iPhones. They
Wow.
have flip phones in the first
Wow.
season.
Did you watch The Trust, the show on Netflix?
No.
There's a guy on it who looks like a character from New Girl, and everyone's talking about it. He looks like Nick.
Oh, really? That's the show where it's like you win money or you steal money or something.
There's like a certain
sounds
amount of
nice.
money. You can split it evenly,
the
or you can
nose.
vote people
Call it
out.
the nose.
Yeah.
If we were being legit about this, we would get new glasses, but whatevs.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, they're probably like
I'm not
mixing.
even
Wait,
really
that one's
trying.
dripping too.
Oh.
Ooh, this one's good. I like this one so far. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
No? Okay.
You try it first this time. Oh. I don't like that reaction.
It's better than the second.
No, the second one's better.
You really, you do. You
The
have such a
second is better.
visceral reaction.
Yeah.
To red
I
wine.
am
This is not good.
allergic.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why you.
Oh my
reacted.
God.
I think
there
I
is a
like
lot wrong with that.
That one, but I think the first one's the best one.
The first
Yeah,
one's
I
the
feel
best.
like-
Let me try the first one.
That's it. You can grab it yourself. I just leaned. What the hell?
That one's better than the first one.
No,
Kind of
it's
reminds
not.
me of a cab.
You
I
know,
think
put
you
it
need
on
to
the-
go
gotta
go with
put
like
it-
1 and 2. I
Put
would
it on
say
the tally marks.
1 and
3.
2.
You put 1 and 2.
I would say 1 and 3.
I would also say 1 and 3.
I feel like 3 was heinous, honestly.
Heinous. That's so
It tasted like I
strong.
was drinking poison.
Oh, that's aggressive.
Poison.
That seems a little strong.
No.
No.
It hit me.
It hit you in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't know.
well,
maybe
noted.
am I off?
This is all for research.
Maybe.
You know?
You're also a white wine girly too. Yeah. So what do we know? We know nothing.
That's not the point.
It wasn't as bad the second time.
That's not the point. The point is to taste some wines, see if what we like, and then we ask a few more people, see what they like, and then decide, okay, most of the votes go to one. Maybe we'll add one to our wines by the glass. That's how that works.
Lovely.
All right.
Thank you for letting us participate in this.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
Let's talk about these losers at Vanderpump.
Ooh. We should have rated yuck or yum. Oh, well.
It's over now.
2 yums and a yuck?
I gave it 1.5 yums and 1.5 yucks.
I'm going to give it 2 yums, 1 yuck.
There you go.
Right.
I like the funky one. I like the freaky girl, you know.
You like the middle one.
Mm-hmm.
She's a freaky girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very freaky girl.
She's a freak. Super freak.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of freak, shall we ask him about some Vanderpump Rules scenarios?
Yeah, I want to hear these scenarios.
What's really going on?
What's really going on is that we have the insider tea on a famous Los Angeles area restaurant, and we are picking the brain of its owner manager and finding out what is the truth.
All right, Nico, are you ready for the first scenario?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if you are. You might not be.
Okay, so in Vanderpump, and it's located in West Hollywood, they every season pretty much they always have like a Pride episode, and you have never witnessed what like Pride is like in West Hollywood, but I think you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's like, for your brain, it's like the craziest party at Boulder, where it was like at all that apartment party, but like 10 times, right? So in the show, what is a little shocking, I think, is they go and drink behind the bar during Pride and are like constantly stealing alcohol on the show, especially in the beginning. Like Jax, I think he went in one time to work a shift for Pride and was taking shots behind the bar. He was like already drunk and continuing to take shots.
Yeah, not even taking shots with the customers. He would like serve someone a drink and then go back and take a shot and then come.
Right.
But then constantly everybody on the show is like, yeah, I stole alcohol in the back, or like I would be drunk on my shift.
So
what are your thoughts?
I mean, early on, I think there's probably an element of that before they got really famous, right? I just find it so hard to believe that they either are actually employees at the restaurant and getting hammered all the time. Because if, what's her name? Lisa's the owner. If she was actually losing money, like, because that's money out of her pocket and in their stomachs, which is supposed to be for customers. You have to think of every shot is $15, maybe $20 for her in West Hollywood. I've never been to a restaurant, but I can assume it's probably pretty expensive. So part of me thinks that like either they're not really, and then the whole health code violations. You can't drink. There's like, it's against the law.
What is up with that? Why not?
You would lose your liquor license if it was
because
actually,
it's like unsanitary to be.
Yeah, and your hammered employees is not safe for anyone. They could be liable. What if they touch somebody? What if they puke on their food? Or what if, their health, or, there's a lot of different things that can happen.
So are you saying that the show is all fake?
Because they're definitely doing it on camera.
Vanderpump fake.
So it's either there's a little bit of Hollywood magic and they're not actually drinking, which I find hard to believe. Or, I mean, I don't watch the show.
I think they're actually drinking.
I don't actually watch the show, so I don't know if they're like look like they're drunk. But if they're acting drunk,
they're definitely drunk.
Maybe they're good actors, maybe they're not. But they're either like Hollywood magic, not drinking. They're getting drunk, but they're not actual employees, which I'm kind of leaning towards.
But then how are you working behind the bar and serving
because
people?
They have maybe a little off bar that they just film at, or maybe they're not actually serving drinks to employees.
I have been to SIR and have actually seen the people on the show working there. I saw Peter working there. I've seen Sheena working there.
Then I just can't understand how OSHA's not shut them down.
Do you think that maybe they're paying off OSHA?
No, I don't know.
I don't know how that could possibly be happening, but the truth is that it does happen.
I've seen
camera.
an episode where I think it was early. And I'm not a master of the show, but Jax was a character early on, right?
Yeah.
He was kind of a dickhead, right?
Yeah.
Bartender.
Yeah.
I think he dropped a bottle in behind the bar and it shattered all over the place, and they didn't immediately replace the ice or like clean up or something like that. I don't think I've seen the episode, but something like that happened,
I think.
And like it was because he was drunk. I'm pretty sure he broke a bottle in the ice and didn't immediately. Like that's a huge like. Oh my gosh! What if a customer got a piece of glass in their drink? You know.
Yeah.
There's so much. I just don't. I mean, I don't know. But then again, there's bars out there that are like totally fine with their employees drinking, or you know.
Yeah.
So
at Hooters, that's very normal.
I think it's
even
really.
at a sushi bar.
I think it's really up to the management, but you know, I just think there's so many things that can go wrong if someone's fucked up at work.
But
honestly.
does that mean like OSHA's coming in and shutting your restaurant down, or is that like
it's like
more
getting like you revoke your liquor license? There's a lot of things that can happen. I don't know. Your grade could go down, like if you like you can go from A to a B or get shut down. There's like a wide variety of things that can happen.
Adding on to that, I want to bring up something else from Pride. I don't think we have it on here, but what would you do if your bartender had a customer come up and say, hey, can you make me a pumptini? Or hey, can you make me an espresso martini or something like that? And the bartender said, ugh, no, I'm not going to do that. Can you just order a shot or something?
Oh, that's ridiculous. You're in
because
the
Jax did that all the time too. He would talk people out of
Really?
ordering mixed drinks because he didn't feel like making them.
You're in the service industry.
Oh god.
He would be like, I don't feel like muddling. Like I'm not going to make that.
And then he would be pissed off when he didn't get tipped, right? Yeah, I'm sure. No, you're in the service industry. There's a reason why you're doing the job that you're doing.
You got to give the people what they want.
There's a saying, the customer's always right to it. I mean, for me, that's to an extent, unless they're being an asshole. But but
I think there's like a difference with like you're in fine dining and they're at like a.
You wouldn't call
bar.
that fine dining, I guess. I don't know.
Not sir. Well, I don't know.
I mean, they charge
Definitely
fine
not
dining
Tom
prices.
Tom.
They do, and they do have, their tablecloths or whatever, and,
That's true. I don't
all
know. It's so
that.
like
polished
Seems a little
crystal.
trashy.
it's trashy. I mean, to me, it's like a West Hollywood bar. Like Tom Tom is definitely a West Hollywood bar.
But Tom Tom is like it's nice still.
Yeah. I don't know.
They
I
have
don't
that
know how
really
they get
nice
away with
section in
it.
the back.
They must be paying somebody off, is what I think. Like, I'm thinking, like, production is coming in and being like, if you get in trouble with anything, like, we have a budget to cover
I personally think it's more realistic they're not actually on the payroll of Sir anymore. And
What about at the beginning, though?
probably at the beginning.
But they were doing that in the beginning. Worse. It was worse.
I haven't the faintest. I don't know.
Okay.
Just that it's so popular and that they're drinking at work is just shocking. It's just like.
They're stealing. Mostly they're stealing alcohol.
Don't get me
in the
wrong.
back.
People get fucked up at work all the time. They sneak drinks. They sneak alcohol. But it's, I mean,
That's
you're
what we
being
wanted to
filmed.
know.
You're being filmed. But you're being filmed. There's a total difference.
Yeah.
Can we ask you what you would do in these scenarios?
Yeah.
What would you do if you caught an employee drinking
I would
or
you
drunk?
immediately send them home and say, thank you for working for us, but you don't have to come back anymore. It's like that. You have to be
It's
like
intense.
that. Yeah, you have. Dude,
They
it's
could-
such
You
a
can't fuck
liability.
around. Yeah.
You can't fuck around. What if, I mean.
Anything could happen.
Anything can happen. What if he fucking punches somebody? Like, they get pissed off. And,
They've done that.
Yeah.
What if your bartender was like, no, you're not getting an espresso martini. You can order a shot.
I would. I don't know. Because you don't want to start something in front of the customers.
Yeah.
But it's more like, okay, I'll go make it, and then you can come talk to me in the back where I'll chew you out about, like, what the fuck. What's that? What is that? No, you're in the service.
Nico does not take any shit.
Nico
No, but it's
does
just you're in
not
the you're
fuck
just in the
around.
service industry. You're in the industry of making people happy. I just don't get the sass and the entitlement
No, for sure. People
of
are,
someone like that.
Spending their
And that's
money.
the difference between like a mom and pop shop like myself and Vanderpump, who's a billionaire or millionaire, who has a bunch of restaurants, can probably afford to
Yeah. That's
And
what
it's
I was-
not even
prop
just
a
her,
restaurant
right?
up,
it's
right?
like multiple people are investing in these
right.
restaurants.
Yeah.
So there's a difference. There's
That's
a
why
total
I think
difference.
they can afford the fuck up.
Yeah. I
can
think that's
pay
probably
it
the
off.
case. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next scenario. So,
Yeah.
the manager of Sir, the restaurant that is featured in Vanderpump for the majority of the seasons, his name is Peter. And Peter has apparently dated every waitress that's on the show, and most recently went on a date with Raquel in season 10 last season. So, our question is, like, what do you think about that? And also, like,
Does
is
that
allo-
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens, and you can't tell people what to do. People can
Well,
date.
It can be against policy.
You can be against policy, but you can't tell them what to do. That's a great way to get sued. But you can frown upon it and try and prevent it from happening by not giving people shifts if you know about it. I know companies possibly, I don't know, there's like HR policies. I'm sure there's ways to do it properly, but
Have you ever seen that or like heard about people dating and
yeah, it happened. I mean, yeah.
Are people like hooking up at the restaurant?
Not during work, but we had a cute little waitress. I'm not going to drop her name, but she was a cute little blonde girl that was dating a busboy for a while.
oh,
Yeah.
where they like kick?
You're gonna drop his name?
Uh-huh. I'll drop his
Wow.
name. Yeah.
Shout out.
Stupid.
To- Wait, so
Yeah,
what
you can-
happened?
We don't have to get into that. It didn't work out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work out.
And then-
But
But they didn't like make out at work or like anything.
No,
right?
but they were flirty at work and then when it went bad, it was pretty fucking bad because she would go cry in the bathroom and like that's why you don't
See?
like inner work.
You don't shit where you eat.
Yeah. And yeah. It's just
Damn.
silly. Yeah. Well, that's coming with age though. They're young folks.
Well, like there was also another couple on the show, Max and
oh my God, we got to know what you hear about this
Yeah.
one.
okay.
So
Max and Dana.
Max is the manager of Tom Tom. Dana is a hostess.
Okay.
They start hooking up. He's kind of a fuckboy. She like wants a
No.
relationship and is down for it, but he's not.
There's
What?
something fucked up about a manager hooking up with all
Right.
these.
You just fucking
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. There's something fucked up about that, but
He's
go on,
hooking up
sorry.
with her, and then she goes on a date with Peter, the manager from Sir.
Did?
Yes.
Oh.
Or was it Peter?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
I'm pretty sure
did.
she went out with Peter, and it was like awkward.
Oh, I don't
But
remember that.
long story short, he found out that she was seeing other people, even though he didn't want to date her himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so he started taking away her shifts
Yeah,
at the restaurant,
yeah,
and evenally
that's-
fired her.
Incredibly fucked up.
I mean,
She
lawsuit.
could've-
There's a
sued,
definite
yeah.
lawsuit there for sure. I mean, what is that? Well, what's the legal term for that?
Sexual
Chat or
harassment?
Comments. Hit us in the comments for that.
retaliation?
No, it's like retaliation or
Yeah.
like
It's definitely
it's not extortion, but
retaliation.
it's like something along those lines,
Yeah.
right? Like
It's a
you're
pa-
holding
it's
this
also
relationship.
a power, like you're abusing your power.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a total
You know?
abuse of power.
You are being manipulative.
What? Yeah,
And they talked to him about it, but he didn't get in trouble for that.
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
how is
what
this
the
real?
hell?
How is that real?
It is real. Let
I
me tell
just
you
don't.
that.
I really don't
That
think
part is
Lisa is that invested in the restaurants as much as it seems like on the show.
She's like the chaos has already begun. Like
Yeah.
the cat's out of the bag now. She can't control it anymore.
Like she
That's
tried
true.
to sort of in the first season or two, but what I know from you, knowing that she's stirred up a lot of shit on her original show on Real Housewives,
Mm-hmm.
like of course she's gonna let this stuff fly, so that she
Ratings,
has her own
baby.
show.
It's
Yeah,
ratings.
she's gonna let them eat because in the end of the day, it's not gonna affect her restaurant. If anything, it's gonna want more people are gonna want to eat there, and these people are just gonna fuck with each other's lives, and that's why I think like Dana is not on the show anymore.
I actually know why Dana's not on the show anymore. And it's because she had a corporate job going into the show originally. She was not a waitress. She just basically started working there to be on the show. And her corporate job didn't like it. And like she fired her or she had some drama with that. So now she's working a different corporate job and she's like, I don't want to start some shit. But they did ask her to come back.
But
sorry.
She could have come back.
No, she couldn't because being on reality TV jeopardizes her professionally. Like there are tons. I think she works in like insurance or something.
Okay.
There are tons of
Also,
like that.
the fact that they also are getting these massive trips paid for that, like, don't they get trips every year that they go on some
They
crazy
do,
trip?
yeah.
That seems like a load of crock of shit. Like,
Why?
Funded by Bravo, for sure.
What do
so
you mean?
what are they like? If they're actually their jobs, I don't know.
Oh,
It's just
like you're saying, how can they take that time?
it's
off?
like if there's actually
well,
they're
that
actually
was also
working.
a thing on the show.
If they're
Yeah.
actually working their job and they're actually getting shifts and shit, like,
No,
They
they
would get their
strategically get their
covered.
shifts covered.
Yeah.
Which is
and
a
then-
great way to leave people out because it's like
Right.
we are all out now. You can't take the day off.
But
because
it was
we did.
it was an issue in the beginning when they would do that because like I feel like the first 2 seasons they would do that and Lisa would get mad that they were all gone at
Yeah.
the same time. And then I think like one person didn't get their shift covered or something. But now, I mean, in the later seasons, like they basically don't work there, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, no, it was like she would get mad at them.
yeah. Just fucking watching. I don't buy it, folks.
You're not buying it?
I'm
You're
not
not buying
buying
it?
it. I'm not
Oh
buying it.
no.
What aren't you buying? That they work there or what?
Yeah, there's something up. I don't fucking believe it.
They aren't.
How do they all have? How do they all have Mercedes? How do they all have
They're
fucking
getting paid
nice
by
cars?
the show,
And
they all bought.
So why do they need to work?
houses
So
with
then
the
why do they
show.
need to work on?
They're
at
not
Sir?
anymore because they're
Yeah, a lot of
That's
them
what
don't.
I'm saying.
Yeah, a
It's
lot of them
fucking,
don't work
like
there
they
anymore.
haven't been working there.
right. But
How many seasons do you think they actually worked?
They
at the
probably worked
restaurant?
there for like 5 seasons
Yeah.
or 4.
How many seasons has this fucking show been?
13? No, yeah, 11. You're right. Yeah,
13.
11.
11.
Christ.
Yep.
11 still a lot.
I know, but like in the beginning, they were fucking poor. Like they were. They were.
They
making-
were. Do you remember Tom Sandoval and Kristen's shitty apartment?
Yeah.
They lived in a shitty
I
apartment.
think some of them were still even working there when they were getting more money because they were being recognized, and they probably liked that.
Yeah, for sure.
And they probably got great tips.
Probably.
But as soon as they started buying houses, they weren't working there anymore.
Yeah.
Tea.
I guess.
Tea.
Well, the next scenario we have for you was when Sheena started at Sir, everybody hated her.
Oh yeah, does that happen? Like when a new person comes, they break into the group and it's like
No.
drama.
I mean, no. That's so dumb. You be nice to them. That's a
Okay,
right?
everyone's
There's not
nice.
like cattiness at work because even at like
maybe, but I don't.
Like, if
I mean,
someone
not from my
starts-
point of view.
and they're like all cute, or other girls like ugh,
No.
no, or like if someone starts and they suck, or people are like fuck they suck.
Well, yeah. Then there's drama. Yeah. Then there people
Oh.
talk. Yeah, because if people suck.
talking?
Are people snitching to you?
Like your
Yeah.
coworkers go out with each other. I'm sure some people are getting left
Some of
out.
them do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of them are
you
older
might
though.
be too high up to know what.
Yeah, that's true. I don't get asked out anymore. It sucks.
Oh my god.
I know it sucks.
Yeah,
You're the
It's all right.
boss.
I am
It's
the
like-
boss. You don't want to go out with
But
the boss.
Peter
I
would
get
go
that.
out with all of them clearly on the show.
Yeah, and
He was also
that's
fucking
fucked
them
up.
though.
Yeah.
So
If you were fucking a waitress,
what?
I don't really know anyone who's like,
This is Jehovah's Witness. Less.
Yeah. like
She's
there's
married,
no
though.
one at work where I'm like, oh,
No,
her.
it's too close
maybe
knit.
Nico would. No, there's literally
It's
nobody.
too close knit. It's like
I feel like it's giving very much family vibes in there.
yeah, it's too close. It's
Yeah.
everybody's been there too long.
But other
Like, even-
restaurants, like they all have really like, I don't
Now,
know.
I
They
will
have
say-
like people who are probably gonna start some drama from how hot they are.
I mean, a lot of
This
like
has happened.
models
It does
and
happen.
actors.
We've
do
had girls
that.
that would come in there and bang a couple of the bartenders
Oh.
and start some shit, but
Oh,
I mean it happens.
See
You
that?
can't tell
What?
people what to do.
What do you mean?
What do you
Wait,
mean?
what happened?
who's banging the bartenders?
Some like, a
Waitresses?
waitress?
Well, like a couple years, like I mean, not
Oh.
anymore, but I mean, it happens. It's life. You work with somebody. What you never been in an office romance before?
No.
Well,
that's not a
I
thing.
know some people
Don't
that
look
have.
like that. It's not a thing.
it's a thing. It's
I
just
a
mean,
whole thing.
at one of my previous jobs, 2 people were secretly dating, and we all knew, and they thought it was a secret, and then we all went out together, and they got into an argument that was very much a couple's argument.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, the cat's out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag. It does happen. Basically, we just want to know, from what you've seen on Vanderpump Rules, how would you say it compares to like working in a real restaurant? Is it more stressful in a real restaurant, or what's going on?
Yeah, I would say it. I mean, one, it's in a heightened location, right? West Hollywood's really populated, a lot of people, a lot of money being spent over there. I mean, it looks stressful as shit. I mean, I don't like,
You're saying it looks more stressful on Vanderpump Rules than in a real restaurant.
Yeah. What?
Really?
I don't watch the show. I can't really answer that question.
I've been
but
to SIR once, and I'll explain to you my experience. Our reservation was at 9:00. We sat at 10:00. We didn't get our food until 11 o'clock or 10:30.
Oh, I wouldn't even wait that
No,
long.
Oh
later.
my God, they don't give a fuck in there.
No.
Every time
don't.
I've been there, it's been lovely.
Oh,
One of Will's
Like, the
clients
service
works
was
there.
good?
Yeah, and she like brought us in. She got Peter to come. Like,
oh well, that's different.
I had a calamari. It was a great experience.
Well, I will
I feel like
say,
they
I
make
think
it look stressful. I don't know. I don't watch the show, so I don't know.
I think it's
but
stressful on like high holidays, like Pride, but like I don't know. There's so many of them in there. I don't know how stressful it is. I don't.
That's
think
another thing. That's a great point. There's so many employees working in that place.
Yeah.
Oh.
So many.
And like,
Multiple people on different shifts.
and if they're actually working, and they're filming them just having a 20-minute conversation, like what's going on with your food, what's going on with your drinks, your tables are just chilling there for 20 minutes. I don't know. There's so many little red flags in my mind. Like, that doesn't seem like how a restaurant runs. Like, but I don't know.
What's also funny about the show too that made me be like, oh, like I don't know. I was like, I could see this being real. Is like when they have the two chefs in the back, like in Spanish, like commenting on the dumb drama that's going on.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's real.
that's for real.
real.
Those people really work there.
And what's the tea with the chefs?
Chefs are, I love my chefs. I've been there for 40
Obviously,
years.
they seem to be like in the stereotype of a restaurant, the level-headed, hardworking ones, and everyone else is kind of like having more fun, or like, I don't know. Is that true?
Yeah.
They're kind
they're the
of, there's
ones
less
that make
like,
the food. They have to.
Yeah.
there's less
they have to be
drama
working.
and distraction.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah,
There
because
can't be drama with the chefs.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Otherwise-
that's not how the kitchen works. Then why are you in the kitchen, right?
unless it's
Yeah.
on Kitchen Nightmares. Have y'all seen that?
No,
Oh
but
my
the
God,
bear is.
Oh, the
Oh
bear.
Have you seen
yeah,
The Bear?
but I don't think like any of these chefs are getting involved in the drama, and if they are, they're not probably working there for that long because they can't do their job well. They're the ones that are the most important.
That's
the-
real.
in the
Like you
actual
need,
restaurant.
the food needs to be made.
It
Yeah.
needs to. Not only does it need to be made, it needs to be good. Like, your restaurant can't stay open if you have
I
bad
also just
food.
think that like the food at SIR is not like freshly prepared.
No, it's not like great, amazing quality
Yeah.
food.
That's why I'm thinking like, how hard is it? You just have to serve your tables, but like Nico said, like they're having side conversations and yelling at each other for 20, 30 minutes.
That's tea.
Doesn't
It's
seem
interesting.
real.
You
Doesn't
know
seem
what?
real to
When
me.
you put it that way, it isn't real. But
Like that's why, like, okay, maybe they have extra employees there working with
Yeah.
them,
Maybe, yeah.
actually doing their job. Like, I never understood how they would be filming during work hours. Like, I didn't get that.
yeah,
And if it's actually like a busy restaurant, you don't have time. I don't know.
I also feel like they have to be though, because they film all during the summers, every summer, which is a really busy time for West Hollywood. But then all of those people that are on the show have to sign agreements.
yeah.
So maybe they are not taking as many people during those hours when they're filming in the show.
It could also be
Could
that
be
they put a
limited
sign
hours.
out
There
front
could be
when they're
limited
filming,
hours,
and
like
you
they're
don't have to
filming.
sign
But
anything.
can you imagine? I bet so many people are trying to get in there when they're filming. They
For
probably
sure.
have to limit it.
don't
So
know.
yeah, it's all probably like slightly contrived.
Little
Yeah,
Hollywood magic in there for sure.
I think that's what we've learned from this episode is that Vanderpump Rules is not indicative of what a real restaurant is like.
Yeah,
And,
But-
maybe when the cameras aren't up, it's legit.
Sure. Maybe they turn up the drama, but I'm sure, and this is just my experience from a family-owned restaurant who's worked in one restaurant most of his life,
Yeah.
I could be the sheltered one here, which is starting to feel like.
Well, you run a really good tight ship over there. That's probably what that means.
Got to.
So,
That is
should
true.
we get into our idea of the week?
Yeah.
All right. So this is about Mangiamo,
Okay.
and
Hit me.
I shouldn't be that shocked, but I know that sometimes like restaurants, they don't always make their desserts because it's a specialty. Sometimes it needs to come from a bakery, what have you. But Mangiamo makes their tiramisu, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I think that we should start selling the tiramisu as its own thing. Like maybe in the grocery store, at a farmer's market, online, right?
The people need the tiramisu
Okay.
delivered to our
I don't
door.
hate that idea.
Even
ladies.
me.
I think that's a good idea.
This is in Manhattan Beach. I'm in Pasadena. Sometimes I got a craving for the tiramisu, and I
kinda
can't
want
get
a
it.
little
Maybe
slice of
we-
that tiramisu, right?
Yeah, girl.
Maybe we advertise it
I
on
need it.
DoorDash too. Like,
Isn't there an app that does that for over
yes,
over?
Gold Belly.
Yes, Gold Belly.
We should put, that's what we were saying. We should put the tiramisu on Gold Belly. Also, just a little extra high thought. We should also put the mix together for an espresso martini. So you can have a little espresso martini and tiramisu together.
Tasty.
Because Mangiamo has the best espresso martini. I will fight you on it. I have asked for those espresso martinis to be at our wedding because I've not had a better espresso martini.
Pretty good.
Shout out to
It's
the
true.
bartenders.
Once again, it's not bitter espresso grossness. It's fun. It's flirty. It's sweet. It's
Yeah.
giving sweetness.
I think we should put the
delicious.
tiramisu on Gold Belly.
That's a good idea. I'm not opposed. We could do it in little individual tins too.
Yeah. Who came up with the recipe for the tiramisu?
Papa Ron.
Oh, not Mama.
No.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his
Because
hand.
your mom is a very, very, very
She's a
good baker.
Baker. She could have. I don't know.
She may have.
She may have, but I'm pretty sure my dad
Or
did
helped.
most of it. Probably helped at some point.
What do you think it is about the tiramisu that really helps it stand out from the crowd?
Like, do you think it's as good as Bria?
Do
No, it
people
is-
tell
it
you
is
that it's
really
good? Yeah.
It is good. I love our tiramisu. I don't know.
To me, it's less bitter and gross. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. We still use espresso.
Why did we even order it?
I don't know because I swear I would
Lizzie
never
wanted
order it. Maybe the
Less
waiter
bitter and
recommended it.
gross.
Or maybe we got it for free.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not bitter. Like it doesn't have the lady fingers. They dip them in
Right,
the
they-
espresso, and
they'll-
usually it's kind of
So the lady,
Ugh.
we do. I think it's a sponge or a light sponge or Genoese. I don't know what the
Genoese.
name of the cake is, but it's a real thin cake. And then we do a little drizzle of the espresso and liqueur and some other
oh, so you're not
things.
dipping it in. Maybe that's it. It's the drizzle.
Not dunk. Yeah, the lady
It's a light
fingers
drizzle.
get dunked. Yeah,
It's the light drizzle.
it's like
Also,
a-
it is served with chocolate sauce and caramel, which is like a lot of places don't do that. They don't. They don't.
Girl.
Well, Ron Guidone is a genius.
Shout out to Ron. I mean,
It's
you
the
really
Renaissance daddy.
changed lives, honestly. Changed many lives.
Yeah.
He's a
And we
good
could
man.
spread that even further if we sold the tiramisu on Gold Belly.
For sure. Comment down below if you want the tiramisu so that we can show Nico, like, this is what the people want. It's not
Give
just
the
us.
people what they want.
I will say, I did post the tiramisu the last time you guys brought it, and someone replied to my story and said, oh my God, I went there on a date and I forgot to order the tiramisu.
Oh my God!
And I was like,
No
ah!
shit, no way.
So like
Who?
people,
A fan?
no, it was one of my former coworkers, Angela. Shout out to
no.
Angela.
So funny.
But she like people watch my stories and
Yeah,
they want
yeah,
to try
they
the
do.
tiramisu.
Wow.
Well.
See? Are you going to do it? I'll help you.
Yeah,
Y'all
let's do it.
have to go and get the tiramisu and mention High Girlies. I think that would be so funny.
Oh my God. I saw you ate that last piece for lunch.
I ate it as soon as you left.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Immediately after.
Well,
Anyways.
okay, what's our quote today?
Don't yuck my yum.
Don't yuck my yum. All right.
Don't
Oh,
yuck my
yes.
yum.
Don't yuck my yum, but also from Lisa Vanderpump. We would like to end with, I know they don't care, but it's my job to make them care.
And that is what it's like to be a manager owner.
Owner, right? Ain't that right, honey?
That's right. Thank you, people.
Thank you, Nico, for coming on.
Thanks for having
Everybody, check out Mange. Go to Manhattan Beach, Mangiamo's.
Mangiamo
It's off the
Ristorante
pier.
and Bar.
It's right up from the
Period.
pier. You can't miss
Follow
it.
us on Instagram.
And walk up in there and go, let's eat.
Mangiamo.
I will
And tell them
crack
that
up
we
if
sent you.
I will crack up if I see someone run in and go, let's eat.
I would love that.
I would love that.
Okay.
Bye, girlies.